sorry, just wanted to get the stream up here. It's a super interesting time right now, something that we've never seen before, not just in real estate, but in any industry at this point in time. And now more than ever, I feel like we are going to create habits during these next 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks. We don't know how long we're going to kind of be in self-quarantine. We are going to create habits that last the rest of our lives. Are you doing things that elevate you, that bring you to be in peak state, that bring you to be the best person that you can be today, tomorrow, years down the road? That's what I want you guys to think about, because we are seeing some beautiful things right now, right? In the midst of all of this chaos and uncertainty. I mean, you look at the pollution in China, right? Where the Olympics is being held. Like at some points, you couldn't even see the Olympic gardens. And now it's as clear as, a lot of the cities here in the States. You look at the Venice canals, you can actually see fish, wildlife, swans are returning. There's dolphins swimming through. Like there's some beautiful things that are happening in, this challenging time. But where I want to focus our time at today is I wanted to talk the massive importance of daily planning, right? And I'm going to go into this a little bit more on Thursday. Tom Ferry, good friend and mentor of mine. I've coached with him since about 2014, rolled out a 30-day pivot plan for agents. 30 days, each day, step by step, what we need to be doing, what we need to be focusing on. What do we talk about? Like, are we taking our meds, and not like pharmaceutical meds, but meditation, exercise, diet, sleep, right? I'm going to give you kind of a snapshot of what Tom's doing and how it's helping agents get through this time and embrace this change. So in preparation for that is, if you've worked with me or if you've coached with me in the past, I've talked several times that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Well, this saying is 100% true. And when it comes to accomplishing your goals, there is absolutely nothing more important than winning each and every day, right? The only way to win the year is to win enough months. Right now, that could be challenging because we might have a couple of months taken out of our year. So if we stick our heads in the sand, these might not be wins, but we can capitalize on these and make these wins right now. The only way to win the months is to win enough weeks, right? The only way to win the weeks is to win each and every day. So if you break it down to the most important thing, you must win the day, guys. I can't stress this enough, and go along with my conversation from last week. As Abraham Lincoln said, right? If you give me an axe and 6 hours to cut down a tree, I would spend the first 4 hours sharpening the axe, right? And that was a big point of our conversation last week, because Abraham Lincoln was talking about the huge importance of planning in this quote. You must take that same mindset and action into our own business, no matter what business that you're in right now. For me personally, I like to do my planning the night before. I love being able to go to bed at night, knowing what must happen, the next day, from the second I wake up until the second that I go to bed. Otherwise, others like to plan first thing in the morning. It's part of their morning routine. There's no right or wrong. Figure out what works for you at the end of the day. You will have to decide what works best for you, and there's no right or wrong answer here. The only wrong is by not planning at all at the end of the day. And so here's a couple of action items. There's 5 things for you guys today. What should you have included in your daily plan? First one is you have to create, right? Create a to-do list of all of the things that you have to get done. Now, I don't focus on a lot of things. I actually use this little nugget here. It's called the Productivity Planner. And as you can see here, that only has, I only do 2 to 5 things at most that have to be on that day. Everything else can kind of fall into line. And I'm not saying that other things don't need to be done, but what are the top 2 to 5 things that are the most dollar productive for me at the end of the day? The second here is, once you have your to-do list, identify the top 3 most important things on that list, which you will do first thing in the day to ensure that they get complete. This is not to say that the other things aren't important, but this will ensure that even if your day gets away from you, and that's happening more and more often right now, you are making sure the most important items are getting completed. Set up a calendar with all of your appointments, activities, and your to-do list items so that you have a plan of exactly when you're going to get those done, and respect your calendar. Guys, if you don't respect your own time, nobody else is going to at the end of the day. Number 4, identify the amount of leads that you must generate that day, the amount of calls that you must make, the amount of conversations that you must have, and the amount of appointments you must have to make sure that today is an actual win. 5th here is identify your activities you are going to be for that day in regards to your online lead generation, your offline lead generation, your past client follow-up. Then make sure, as stated in number 3, that you map those out on your calendar, guys. Right? We got to go back to the basics. We have to build the foundation before we can put the frame up at the end of the day. Guys, I recommend that you do not separate work from your personal life and planning, right? On your to-do list, on your calendar, plan all of the important things which matter to you in your life. For example, in addition to above, you may have your workout planned in there, right? Like, I do yoga at 5 a.m. I do CrossFit at 5 p.m. in my day. Family time, right? We're sitting down at 6 o'clock every day to eat. Like my wife has all of our kids doing their school, their homeschooling at this point in time. Where are you working out on your self-development, right? Etc. Scheduled out as well. As the overall goal is to create a successful life, not just a successful business. So remember, if you're failing to plan, you're planning to fail. Yes, I know this is another task you have to add to your already busy schedule, but it's an absolute must if you guys want to create some success here at the end of the day. All right. So start working on your daily plan. Keep it up. Keep up the amazing work, guys. I know it's a challenging time. If I can be of any assistance, call, text, email, send a smoke signal. I don't care what you do. Let you know that I'm here for you guys. Hosting a training this Thursday on Tom Ferry's Pivot Program, a 30-day action step business plan on what we need to do each and every day. If you like these tools, resources, you can join me entirely free, www.jointhecoach.com. That's it. That's all I got for you guys. Reach out if I can help you guys out at all, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great day, guys.